Welcome to the Toucan Talks podcast, brought to you by Kickstart Collective. Join us as we talk to local Wilmington business owners about what has led to their successes, challenges, and more. No question is off limits as we bounce from topic to topic.
And this podcast is brought to you by Kickstart Studios. Kickstart Studios is Wilmington's newest video podcast studio. Equipped with multiple camera angles and an in-house producer, creating a high-quality video podcast has never been easier. Don't let the tech and gear learning curve hold you back from jumping into podcasting or created video content any longer. Our team takes care of it all for you so you can focus on the message you want to share. You simply show up, record, and receive the final product. No more wasting time setting it up and breaking down the gear, setting up lights, or doing sound checks on your own. Our in-house producer will have everything set up and ready to go for you. Check us out at Kickstart Studios.
Welcome back to Toucan Talks, Luke. It's been a while.
Thanks. Since I last left here, I have developed a cold. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Sorry, everyone that has to listen to me talk today.
And just sniffle into the mic.
I'm not going to sniffle into the mic. You actually want to probably listen to what we're talking about, so I will be courteous.
Cool. Well, today we're going to talk about what people can learn from Super Bowl ads. And by people, I mean small business owners, medium-sized businesses, just from a strategy standpoint and all that. What can you take from what these big brands are doing on a massive scale and apply it to your business in order to make your campaign successful? So
First thing is you got to date someone from the Chiefs, then you get all the airtime you want. Your brand blows up.
Or does his brand blow up because he dates her?
Who really knows?
But we weren't going to talk about this, but great segue to a thought. Oh, shoot. See, and this is one of those things where we'll talk about this, where your ad being memorable, but your brand maybe not being as memorable as the message of the ad. There's a disconnect. But there was an ad. It was for a skincare company.
And it wasn't CeraVe.
No, I can't remember. Not besides the point, because that's what we're talking about. Point made, but their whole ad spot was on how this dad who really loved football and his teenage daughter who loved Taylor Swift, how they bonded.
That's nice.
Over Travis and Taylor and her getting airtime during the games, and how she never cared about watching football.
But she just wanted to see Taylor Swift's face.
Yeah, and
okay.
he
Got it.
Isn't
Got it.
connecting with his daughter. But it was a real father-daughter out of New York that was in the ad. But then a bunch of other people jumped on and were sharing and talking about yeah, me and my daughter bonded over this, or so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then they jumped on that brand. I'll look it up and see what company it was, but it was relevant, it was memorable, and then just the brand part. It was skincare. I remember that.
This is why Josh should have his mic set up back there so he could Google it and tell us. VR Jamie.
If you could hack into my text messages, me and Alyssa were texting about it.
Well, yeah. It's not that it is very pertinent to this.
It is part of the conversation.
Grander scheme of what we're doing, but
yeah. So I think we can go two directions. How do you want to start? Do you want to start by pulling out the few ads we pre-picked to talk about, or do you want to talk about the kind of main talking points of, let's start with the ads.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Yes, you're right. Yep. Cetaphil. Cetaphil. They're that moisturizer. Another classic. All right. Let's start with Paramount Plus. This ad,
give everyone a synopsis for the people that don't remember.
okay. We'll also put a link to them in the show notes. So if you want to watch it, you can. So this ad had a host of celebrities. There was a football player who was famous.
Most notably, though, out of all the celebrities, was Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold was in it.
Football player
Tua.
Yeah.
on the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know who that was, but I knew who Drew Barrymore was. So they had a host of celebrities across different genres and age ranges, which is good because their target audience ultimately is pretty broad.
Everyone watches the Super Bowl.
Everyone. So yeah, let's back up onto why this works as a strategy idea. So we, being married in one household, you signed us up for the free trial
For Paramount Plus, because we don't have any other way to watch the Super Bowl.
Yes.
We're cable cutters.
Yep. So we signed up for that. In 30 days, they'll start charging for your subscription. So
Not us.
we did remember to cancel.
Canceled the next day.
But I would say your average person, hopefully, for them, signed up to watch the Super Bowl. And then you're getting ads for said streaming service, being Paramount Plus, that is showing kind of a broad range of the different shows they have through the celebrities and the characters and whatever. So just from a pure strategy standpoint, I think that was smart. And then more detailed. So basically, it's the football player, not my target demo, trying to throw something up to like their Paramount, like actual real mountain situation, in order for them to climb out of this valley or whatever they're in. And he can't get it to the top. And they're like, oh, if we had a real football, and then said other celebrity. Yes. Yeah.
Star Trek. I think Josh should be over here having this conversation instead of me, because I don't remember people's names and stuff.
Anyways,
that well.
They were like, if only we had something shaped like a football, and Hey Arnold, football-shaped head kid character.
Question. Does Paramount now own the rights to stream Nickelodeon stuff? They must.
I think, yeah. I mean.
So the general consensus though,
I was getting to the point they jumped into like dark humor, as of like the actual football player was like, I'm not going to throw a kid. And then the Star Trek guy was like, I'll do it. And so they throw Hey Arnold. It still doesn't work. And then they're like, oh, if only we had pig skin, and it cut to Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
So anyways, they hit on humor. They had a host of celebrities.
Well, they touched all the different people that may have had their eyes on this, and given them a reason to stick around for more than just the 7-day free trial.
Exactly.
That's what they were trying to do.
That's what they were trying to do. And it probably worked on a lot of people. Did work on us. But here we are talking about it. So if you like Paramount Plus and you signed up, keep it. Or let this be your reminder to cancel.
If they keep coming back with the Yellowstone, maybe we'll sign back up.
So interesting fun fact, probably not actually, this is actually not fun, but interesting fact. They did announce, Paramount, a few days after the Super Bowl, that they are moving ahead with like a huge layoff. So that sucks.
They had to pay for that ad.
Yeah, and all those celebrities. But, they hit on dark humor. They hit on lots of targets. So, Luke, how would you say a small business what can they learn from Paramount Plus's ad?
Oh, man.
I'm going to drink some coffee while you talk.
That's a difficult one, honestly, because typically as a small business, we're trying to get people to focus on their niche. And in this specific example, they tried to cast the widest net they could cast by touching every different potential target demo. But
if you think about it, the actual target demo for this is the people that are paying for it. It's not the kid watching Peppa.
Correct. The target demo is probably a mother between like 32 and 46, if I had to guess, based on what they were trying to put out there.
But they hit on nostalgia.
They did hit on the nostalgia, which the 30-somethings would know about. But I think the main thing that you, as a small business, you could learn from is, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, tapping into humor.
And people remember picking up Hey Arnold and using him as a football.
Yes.
I think. I don't know. That's what you're like, what do you remember from the Paramount commercial? The guy picked up a human and threw him like a football.
A human cartoon character.
A cartoon character, but yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I would agree, kind of the humor. aspect, but then making that humor relevant to your target audience. And you want something that is memorable, and that might mean you have to take a risk and make an ad about pretending to throw a character.
That's not that risky.
No.
We've thrown worse.
We've thrown worse?
Yeah. We threw one of our cameras.
Yeah. Yeah, I asked about how. So
don't worry about it. That's my thing.
Y'all can talk about that in the next two Can Talks when we talk about video production.
Perfect.
The next Minisode. We'll save that. Camera. Make a note for you. Okay.
Why don't you go on to the next one?
Next one.
I'm tired of talking about Paramount.
Sure you
after
are.
they did their layoff.
Well, that was just on social media. Who knows? Okay. I mean, it seemed real. I don't know. I didn't do that.
Probably not real. Probably dogging them for no reason.
Maybe. Okay, CeraVe. Do you know what that is?
Oh, I haven't. Only because you told me right before we started.
So CeraVe, long time moisturizer, skincare situation. You could probably use some. They did their ad spot with Michael Cera, who is a celebrity. The whole premise of that ad was like they're the perfect partnership, and
that's what he was trying to sell.
That's like his pitch because his last name is Sarah. So this ad, and the reason it tapped into humor. It's kind of lighthearted and funny, but he, before the Super Bowl, was like teasing out different things related to the ad. And so it created buzz online about like, is he doing a commercial with them? And then they capitalized on their actual Super Bowl ad spot. And when you're paying, $7 million for a 30-second ad spot, you should really get your money's worth and get as much. I mean, I don't love when they release their ads before the Super Bowl because I think that kills some of it.
Does that happen?
Oh, yeah. A bunch of companies release their ads before the Super Bowl. Where are you? Like, where have you been?
I try to not.
Yeah.
When it comes to looking at ads before the Super Bowl, I like to be surprised.
Yes, same. But they, I think, did a good job using his celebrity-ness to tease out the fact that something was coming without,
This is true
spoiling
influencer
it.
marketing right here. That's a really expensive influencer.
He's I would say more of like a celebrity spokesperson.
But still, if he's teasing it out beforehand.
Yeah. So
on his own account.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, from a small business standpoint, thoughts on teasing?
You just got to partner with your local celebrities.
No, I mean, there are.
I'm taking applications.
Luke gets paid from Instagram.
Nope.
Awkward pause. He does. But that's a secret, right?
Not anymore.
Okay. Anywho, the fact of building momentum and leaking, for a better phrase, like a pre-launch or something like that, not day of you're launching something. I mean, sometimes that works and you can have enough momentum, but trying to build some attention before your launch of your product or a service or a business or something.
I have questions for you on this because I'm not familiar with CeraVe. I have great skin, so I don't really need much as far as lotion
your
goes.
hands peel off in chunks.
That's
sometimes.
a medical condition.
It's not.
The doctor told me it was. So.
Maybe you should get some CeraVe and moisturize your hands.
Maybe, but is CeraVe do they tend to market towards a certain audience?
It's like it's like a CVS, like.
But is it like for older people, younger people?
I think it's pretty across the board.
It seems to me they were just wanting some relevance.
Yeah. No, I think that is true. Yeah.
If you're teaming up with Michael Cera.
Yeah.
And he's starting to push stuff out before to kind of build some buzz.
Yeah.
I think some people thought that he was actually
part of the company.
starting a skincare company,
Yeah.
which would also be hilarious,
Yeah.
but that didn't happen.
No.
He's just in their
Just
ad.
spokesperson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think relevance is important. I guess when we're talking to potential clients or clients and there is something they're trying to launch or something new, we start with, okay, what are ways we can build an email list or like start teasing things out to get leads or people who are interested so that when you are ready to launch, we have a captured audience to launch it to. Obviously, that's not exactly what they're doing in this situation, but I think on a kind of a micro scale, especially for small businesses, you're not putting an ad out to 120 million people. So how do we get you a captive audience before you're ready to launch so that you're not launching to your 20 Instagram followers?
Well, I think also and no offense, Sarah V, your brand is much bigger than anything I've ever done. But if you don't really, if you're not aware of who Sarah V is or what they do, but you're like attaching yourself to a popular celebrity like Michael Cera, when you see a Sarah V commercial pop up, maybe you're not going to be as quick to, walk and grab some more of that buffalo chicken dip that everyone makes at the Super Bowl and actually sit there and watch it. So with them attaching themselves to Michael Cera beforehand and then seeing Sarah V pop up on the TV, they're like, oh, yeah. I want to watch this to see what's funny.
See what,
what
this is actually about.
What is he going to do?
Yeah.
As opposed to just being like, Sarah V, we
Skincare.
make skincare products. I
We
mean,
make
because at the end of the day, you
moisturizer.
want to be memorable, but it seems like they went for getting the buy-in on the front end,
Yes.
which is smart because now you have someone maybe even looking forward to seeing this ad at the Super Bowl. And if not, maybe coming across some of those posts beforehand and being like, oh, I'm going to stick around and watch this because I know Michael Cera's funny and maybe something will be funny. And it was funny.
Yeah. No, and I think, they actually executed on the ad, which was cool. Cool. So all that to say
Those are
from
my
them,
thoughts. Congratulations, Sarah V.
do something before your launch to capture an audience or build some buzz so that you have some momentum going into your launch. That would be the core piece of advice for small business owners. Just to summarize that.
Oh, gosh.
What?
I feel a sneeze coming.
Oh, no.
It's coming down the pipe. I'll let you know.
All right. Mixed emotions from both of us on this, I know, because we sat on the couch together watching the Super Bowl.
What?
DoorDash.
Oh, great idea. Terrible execution.
No. That's not fair.
I hated it.
Yes, you did.
As soon as I thought the idea was awesome.
Okay, but let's talk about before.
I'm so angry right now.
Okay. So from a strategy standpoint, I think it was brilliant. Was it annoying? Yes.
Can
But the
you
ad.
explain
So
the
they
thing for people?
Yeah. So their concept, their ad from DoorDash was they gave away a prize from every single ad in the Super Bowl. So there was like 3 cars. There was like the Pluto commercial. They're giving away a couch and a sack of potatoes.
They gave away some M&Ms, I think.
60 pounds of mayonnaise.
Two of those
30
jars.
Yeah.
I
So
think
so much mayonnaise. So many
Helmets.
mayonnaise. So much mayonnaise.
so much.
Oh, the Hellman's ad was funny too with Kate McKinnon and the cat, Mayo cat. Meow. Anywho,
That was the idea.
Yes.
They're giving away one thing from every ad in the Super Bowl.
so and
Nationally
yes,
run.
Yes. So basically they had a landing. They had their ad that played at the end of the Super Bowl, and there was a promo code in it. You get the promo code. We'll talk about that in a second, why it was kind of annoying. You go to their landing page. You enter in the promo code. You're entered to win. I was on Instagram scrolling during the sports part of the Super Bowl because
The actual Super Bowl part of the Super Bowl.
the marketing person in me was there for the ads and, let's be honest, halftime.
Quite a production.
Great production.
I'll show you a meme later.
Of what?
I'll show you a meme later.
Me? Are
No,
you talking to Joshua?
Of both of you, if you want to see it.
Yeah.
Continue.
Anywho, so I was scrolling. I got an ad for DoorDash about the giveaway before we even like saw the commercial. So I, clicked through on the ad, went to the landing page, saw that there was going to be, and they did have like it wasn't live until after the ad aired on TV, but they had the YouTube like player right above where you entered the promo code. So you could pause and enter in the code. Anyways, I saved it so I could go back later, and I sent it to Luke because I was like, "Hey, let's enter this."
3 cars.
Yeah, I could
That would
use.
great.
I could use a new car. Me, Joshua, and Alyssa could all use cars. That would have been a great thing for us to win.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, we talked about it as
the Super Bowl was
the
going.
Super Bowl was playing.
Like, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I can't believe they're giving away mayonnaise. Like, stuff like that.
And a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
So you get to the ad, and if you guys watch the Super Bowl, it's like DoorDash promo code. I mean, it's probably 5 or 6 words, kind of long, but then it goes into like roller coaster drone.
There's like an ellipses, like
da da da,
da da da.
and then it goes.
Yeah. And,
we'll link it in the show notes.
and that's all of the
promo code.
The promo code.
It's extremely
they
long.
Honestly, kind of ripped off Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
So the thing with the Mountain Dew ad, which I think is interesting compared to what they did, the Mountain Dew sweepstakes was open for like multiple days after the Super Bowl. This closed that night. Because I went Monday, when I came into work, I was like just looking up Super Bowl stuff. And I looked on Reddit because someone posted the promo code on Reddit, obviously. But
After they entered it, I assume.
yeah.
I would hope.
Yeah. And so then I went back to the post because, I had saved it on Instagram so I could go back, but it was closed. And I was like, dang it. But I do appreciate.
Dang it. Of course you're not going to get it. Someone's already put it in. Was it the first person or was it just?
I think it was just a drawing. Like whoever put it in.
Mountain Dew's was the first, I think.
Interesting. Maybe that's why it was open for so long.
Well, because I don't know if you remember watching it. I think me and someone tried to look through it, and it was just literally the most.
It's obnoxious.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There was like 400 different like screens.
Yeah.
Different screens, and every single one had like.
Yeah, you're supposed to count
hundreds of
how many Mountain Dew
cans.
bottles were shown in this ad. Enter that for a chance to win something crazy. So I do appreciate the fact that they closed it that night instead of dragging it out like Mountain Dew.
It just took someone that much time.
Yeah.
For the Mountain Dew one.
Yeah.
What I don't appreciate is how annoying it was.
Yeah. It was a little much, I think. But someone won, which is cool. So then they get publicity with the winner and that whole story.
They're going to be on the hook for a tax bill.
Yeah, they are. They're going to be selling them cars.
They could probably honestly sell like a car and.
I think it was like $400,000 worth of winnings.
Ooh, so that's like about
$200,000 in
about
taxes.
$200K in taxes.
Yeah. Tax time is coming up, folks. This is your friendly reminder. Don't win no sweepstakes. I'm just kidding.
Or do.
Okay, so besides the fact that the code was a little bit annoying, a little much, people still entered, they still won. What I think is cool about this ad, one, a giveaway is always going to get you attention. So even as a small business, as long as it's good, I mean, don't make it something stupid, but as long as it's like a pretty decent giveaway.
Don't give away $10.
No.
I mean, you could.
You could.
But a lot of people aren't going to be stoked on winning a $10 gift card.
Yeah, unless.
Nope.
I don't know. If I won like a $10 thing to a coffee shop, I'd be like, sweet, I'm going to go get a coffee and a treat.
We get a coffee.
Yeah, a coffee. Anyways, giveaways are going to generate buzz and attention and engagement, which is great for a brand. But what I like from what they did, again, it was like a multi-channel. So they were running ads. They had the TV spot, and then they're taking you to their...
They're running digital ads, like
social
ads.
Yes, they're running social ads.
For all the scrollers that can't watch football.
The game was great. I watched a decent amount of it, but I also put the kids down during the actual game.
And that's
that was it.
all
The rest I watched, and it was great. They did a great job. Go Sports. anyways, they're running social media ads. They had the TV spot, and then they're driving people to a landing page where I think they captured email addresses. I assume they have to capture some. Yeah, they had to have captured your personal information.
To let them know you won.
Yeah, so they're creating, they're creating a leads list. And I am sure I haven't really clicked around enough, but anyone that's landed on that landing page, they're cookied, so then they can continue to retarget you with ads. And if you have the app, like, they're tracking you. They know.
I wonder if anyone that is listening to this actually
entered.
Ooh,
let us know.
And if you did, let us know. And then if you did, let us know how many times you've been emailed afterwards.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they're sending out promo codes left and right now.
Oh, yeah.
So let us know about that. We did not do it because I did not feel like spending multiple hours reading a promo code.
Yeah. A lot of people have tried. I think it would tell you like what percentage of it you got correct too, which is kind of cool.
That's kind of cool, but like also
cool technology.
Jeez, that's a lot of stuff to do during the Super Bowl. Trying to see.
Well, it was at the end when they went overtime.
Right before overtime.
So, anyways, summarize that: multi-channeled, doing something again. You're building awareness for your main launch or attraction, and then you're capturing leads that you can then retarget, email, whatever, to get to a actual conversion. And again, downloading an app and ordering a meal is really all they're going for. So
yeah,
it's not that crazy. I do think it's funny though, in terms of like ad and creative, the Uber Eats ad, I thought, like in terms of a concept and creative.
I don't really remember that one.
What? It was the one with, so it was for Uber Eats, and it was like you have to forget something in order to remember, because they're like, oh, I always forget. I can order like office supplies off of Uber Eats. Yeah. So I had Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer. David Schwimmer, whatever his last name. Schwimmer.
Ross. They had Ross.
And she was
and
like,
Rachel.
Yes. Yeah. Like, couldn't remember. They had Victoria Beckham and David Beckham. But then they also had like a guy in like office scenes. So like non-celebrity, like things that were just like funny. Yeah. So I thought that creative on that one was way better just in terms of an ad.
Yeah. But they didn't give away $400,000 worth of stuff.
No.
Yeah. Of mayonnaise.
I didn't get any mayonnaise from Uber Eats.
I can't believe they gave away $400,000 worth of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Just spreading falsities.
Yeah. So I think in terms of ads we're going to talk about, I think that was the bulk of it. But generally speaking, this year's Super Bowl ads hit mostly on humor and nostalgia. Even like the age range of the celebrities, it was more like millennial to Gen Z. Is that our parents?
I don't remember.
Is Gen Z the one older than millennial, or is that the younger? I might be Gen Z. Oh, then not you. Millennials to boomers, I forget the middle generation, whatever they're called. But the celebrities were more that age bracket. So what for small businesses, just from the overall theme, because I get a little bit more into this than you do, but the Super Bowl and kind of the ads and the creative that you see there, it kind of drives typically the rest of the calendar year of where brands grow on a creative standpoint. So like people weren't really hitting on hot topics. It wasn't like emotional heartstrings like you've seen in the past with some brands. Like pretty much everyone hit on just humor in certain different degrees.
Except for Budweiser and the
Jesus commercials.
The story commercials. Jesus. What? I don't know what those are called. Do you remember?
I remember them, but I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
Those are the only two emotional ones.
Yeah.
There was one truck one or car one where this little girl was going to perform for her granddad.
Oh yeah, I think it was Kia. That one was cute. The little girl.
Yep.
When they
did
drove
the ice skating
up,
rink in the backyard.
Yeah, that one was good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. And then I think about the stat was like 60 plus of the ads use celebrities, and then like 30% use multiple celebrities in their ads. So
you don't have an option to not use celebrities. Either use a celebrity or multiple celebrities.
But you had like we can talk about it in a second. But okay, humor and nostalgia, setting the tone for that's kind of what you're going to see this year in marketing in general, like from bigger brands. I think from just what I've read and looked at, like it's an election year. People don't want more drama. They don't need more heartstrings.
Please.
So brands are kind of going a different direction to
Brands.
bigger brands and companies are
Gotcha.
going a different direction than they do some other years where it is more emotional ads.
Great.
So
Please do that.
from
Don't tell me what to think with your ad.
yeah, like no one wants to hit on hot topics. No one wants to be dramatic. And like at this point in the year, make a stand as a brand
Just tell me what you sell and why I should buy it.
and make it funny.
Maybe.
Okay. So
I like funny.
yes, apparently most of America does this year.
I think they always have. I think they
Yeah.
always have.
Yeah.
I think I think there was a lot of brands that got captured and feeling like they had to say things in the past few years. So
Yeah. Which is fine. But my
I
point.
don't think it's fine.
Okay. My point and where I'm trying to guide you in this conversation.
I have my own brain in here.
Yeah. This is why you should definitely always do podcasts with your spouse. From the standpoint of hitting on humor and or nostalgia for small businesses, and you're more on the video side of things, like what is your advice or what would be your takeaway for small businesses or medium-sized Wilmington businesses, let's say of any size? Do you have a takeaway?
Yeah, this is the best this is like the best thing I can draw. Like everyone sit there for a second and just think, like what are the most memorable movies you went and watched when you were in high school? I guarantee you most of them are comedies. People remember stuff that makes them laugh because when you're laughing, you're happy. And
Yeah.
I mean, you do remember sad things too, but you know, I would say a vast majority of people when they're thinking about content they've watched over the past, and you know, content is a newer word.
Yeah.
But like movies, TV shows, like there's always a thread of funny in there. Well, not always, but most of the time there's a thread of funny in there that makes stuff memorable. Like when you're quoting movies from your childhood, you're not quoting like Braveheart. I mean, actually some people do quote Braveheart, but yeah, people do quote Braveheart. But that's just strictly a freedom thing, which continue to quote that. But, you know, a lot of times when you're quoting stuff, you're quoting stupid like Napoleon Dynamite stuff or, you know, any kind of funny comedy from back in the day. So
To that point, though,
all that to say,
it needs to be relevant to your target audience,
Correct.
not just you as a business owner.
but even if it is relevant to just you as a business owner, if it makes people laugh, they're going to remember it. If it makes, but you have to figure out
Yeah.
what makes people laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
I know.
Yeah. So I think making it memorable and making it memorable to your target audience, but then making sure your brand has to be remembered in there, not just your ad.
Correct. Of course.
Yeah. And I'll use Beyonce's ad, and I'm calling it Beyonce's ad because it was not Verizon's ad. It was definitely Beyonce's ad. In my personal opinion, I'm sure you could Google it and experts would disagree, but her whole thing was like the Verizon internet, like even Beyonce can't break the internet.
Right.
But all I remembered was Beyonce. And then right after that commercial aired or Super Bowl night, she dropped new music. I'm like, genius on your side to like use your celebrity in this ad.
They paid me to do this, and then I dropped music. Got them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she did. She dropped stuff, with the Grammys. But yeah. It was a Verizon ad, but when I was thinking through ads, I was like, that Beyonce ad was good. And I was like, Beyonce didn't run an ad in the Super Bowl. What brand was it for? Oh, yeah. Which, the break the internet, it's a good connection, but I don't know. I think she capitalized
Must
it
be
on
a
as
great connection if she didn't break the internet.
that was the point of the ad. You got him, honey.
You said good connection.
I know.
I was just playing on the words.
Yeah, yeah. You tied it back to the actual company that ran the ad. Not to say the ad wasn't successful. I just think it was great for Beyonce.
It was a good concept.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you think of who could break the internet,
Beyonce and Kim K.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I need Alyssa in here. Should have had her do this with me.
Nah, you know who would break the internet? Hands down, Kanye, for sure. He could break the internet.
Yeah, I think having Beyonce in your ad as a celebrity was a better brand move than Kanye
I
at the
don't know.
moment.
I'd have gone straight Kanye, and then the internet would have broke. Well, that's the thing. Verizon couldn't have, because he would have broken the internet.
Yeah, but not in a way your brand wants to be remembered.
It would have been broken.
The whole strategy would have broken right there. But I think to that point, also having Beyonce in your ad makes a statement on like the level of your company is, anyways, because you're not getting Beyonce just in any
Run-of-the-mill
brand.
That's the level of where you don't say status, you say status.
Okay.
We have a high status.
Yes, sir. Cool. I'm just looking through my notes, see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, knowing your target audience, making sure that ad is relevant to them is important. I think we are in the prime generation age range for Super Bowl commercials, just because our generation currently has buying power in the market, and we're watching the Super Bowl. We're,
Not falling asleep at 8 o'clock. Although I'd like
not
to most
just there
nights.
for the party. I'm there for the ads. You're there for the game. So
we
yeah,
didn't go to a party this year.
we didn't. We stayed home.
We stayed at our house.
Yeah.
First time ever I've not gone to a Super Bowl party in my life.
Yeah. Wow. You're
Isn't that-
lame.
And so are you.
Well,
It was great though. We made steaks and watched the Super Bowl.
yeah. We ate dinner after the kids went to bed on the couch. It was nice.
Yeah, drank a glass of wine, watch the Super Bowl.
Watch the ads, you mean?
Watch the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be funny. That's the takeaway. Be funny this year.
Humor. 2024 humor.
Be
Nostalgia, being memorable, but making sure it's relevant to your audience and your brand is ultimately remembered. And then this obviously is geared towards like one super event of night of advertising. But the brands that I think are going to succeed and see like an actual ROI are the ones that are playing it out beyond one night. You don't know.
I mean, I'm just thinking, I don't know how to speak to ROI on when it comes to spending $7+ million.
Well,
on
these
just
brand
ad spot plus whatever the budget
Celebrities
production
like
was.
that Uber Eats ad with
Ross and Rachel.
Ross, Rachel, Victoria Beckham, David Beckham, Jelly Roll, and I think that was all the celebrities. Anyways, that ad budget, celebrity.
That's what I'm saying. I can't really if you have that ad budget, give us a call.
We are really funny.
We can make some funny stuff.
But just thinking it through in terms of like how are you going to extend, like if we can pick on mess hall because they're easy to pick on for us. Like they're easy to pick on. Not in that way, but like look at like with the Outer Banks, like spoof campaign from last summer. Obviously that video and launching that video was the main attraction, if you will, but then playing it out through, coming in to get the t-shirt and then the giveaway and just like different avenues. Like obviously you can post that video and it's funny and it's going to get attention, but then what are you actually doing to convert customers or to capture leads? Like you need to think it through a step further than just throwing out like a funny ad.
Yeah.
Or sending out a really good.
It needs to be part of a plan.
It needs to be part of a strategy.
Yeah.
Have a strategy. Sweet. Is there anything else
No.
you want to talk about?
Nothing else.
Nothing else you want to talk about? Just Super Bowl ads,
general?
life in general.
No.
Now's your chance.
I hope next year it's not the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again.
Were they in it last year or something?
Had 4 wins? Or what is it? Third win.
for
3
them.
wins.
One of the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So are they like the new Patriots? Are people going to start hating them for winning?
Yeah.
They're the new Patriots. 100%.
Ooh, is Taylor the new Giselle? Is that what Giselle?
She's like
Yeah, I don't know.
On another level. Is she? I wonder if her net worth is higher than his. It has to be.
Yeah.
So much higher.
Well,
'Cause
whose net worth is
Tom
as
Brady.
high as
Well, it
Taylor
was like-
Swift's? Like that?
Beyonce?
Maybe.
Absolutely. She's just been around longer.
I think the Travis Kelce makes 10, 15 a year, which is
She makes that in her sleep. I'm just kidding.
She probably makes that, in a one section of a tour. Yeah.
We don't know if those are facts. You can Google them for yourself, but
Yeah, Google 'em.
Maybe facts, probably facts.
Google them. No, we have nothing else to say.
Cool.
Other than be funny this year.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in to this Minisode. I don't know. Was it even mini or did?
It's pretty long.
Ooh, it was pretty long. Thanks for tuning into
We need
this
to get outta
almost
here.
regular episode of Toucan Talks.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Toucan Talks, brought to you by Kickstart Collective. If you loved this episode, be sure to subscribe wherever you watch podcasts and follow Kickstart Collective on Instagram at Kickstart Collective.